who are aspiring to be successful entrepreneurs or successful personalities in this society. This initiative is going to bring out the great talent within themselves, the creative mindset, and probably a great hard work also will go into this to be part of this program. And this is a big number, 569 people who are there to explore their business plans, and finally it is zeroed down to 40 and now 11 are the winners. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the 569 participants who really came in and tried their best to put forth their business proposal. And again, out of which 40 were brought down and finally the 11 people. But as you know, every step you take, probably you might not succeed. As I think Pramod was mentioning, out of the startups of 10, only 9 will fail. Only 9 will fail. So you know the success rate of how difficult it is to face the situations. As you rightly said, if you take a hotel industry, you need to probably put in a lot of hard work to make it a successful venture. People now talk about many restaurants now, because as we have grown up, the hotel industry has transformed in a very big way. I think many people in the audience, if not the younger generation, when Darshini's opened in Bangalore way back, probably about 30 years ago, it was such a successful model. Before that, we had Kamath hotels. Whichever corner of the state you go, even you go to Delhi, there was a Kamath hotel. Now I only see Kamath hotel on near Lal Bagh West Gate. That is the only Kamath I see. I have not seen other Kamaths. So then came in the Darshanis, and it picked up so much, people standing and eating breakfast or any other thing. And then things started changing with a rapid pace. As we were growing, the pub culture started. I think Ramadan or something, I think first one it started. Then a lot of things came up. And now you see the entire thing has changed. And similarly, now people keep talking about Rameshwaram restaurant. How the model has become successful. See, ultimately, the requirement or the taste of the people keeps changing. And you have a lot of cuisines in front of us now. Now people are exploring. Today they want to try Vietnamese, day after tomorrow they want to try Korean. And like this, people are now trying to explore. Like a lot of things have come before us. Similarly, whatever ventures we try to bring in solutions. One venture, what I was observing, which is very close to, means we keep talking, and it is a real bread earner for our people in Kolar and Chikmagalur district and other parts of the state. It is dairy farming. Dairy farming is one area where there is a consistent source of income to lead a respectful life. I was asking this question. I think they were mentioning about the temperature at that point of time where the cattle, how it has to be there. I posed this question to some dairy related people who were running the local federation. I posed the question asking them, see, all the breeds what you get, they are all from the probably cold countries, HF and all these things, and you are trying to keep them in very hot climate like 33, 34, 35 degrees. How do you expect to, because people keep saying that the yield of milk is less during summers. One reason they say we don't get the fodder won't be available and all these things. But I said, I related it to an example where the poultry farms are there. I think a lot of poultry farms in our area. Suddenly now we see environmentally controlled poultry farms. The temperature is maintained, okay, and they were saying that the yield is more and all these things make the weight, the gain of weight, the weight gain is more and all these things people are saying. Then I asked these people, have you tried, experimented, all these veterinary doctors and other people who are in the KMF or even other milk federations. I asked them, have you tried this? Have you tried to keep the cattle in a environmentally controlled place during summers and check the yield? Don't attribute only to availability of fodder. So they said they haven't tried. I was surprised. Being such a big organization, I think they should have tried. When somebody can keep chicks and get good meat out of it, why not get good yield, milk yield? So I think that's a very good initiative what they have tried. But as Pramod said, I think they need to see what is the requirement, because now the farming community, many of the things like conservation of water, all these things which were presented, I think they need to go to the field and see whether it's really practically acceptable by the farming community, whether they are going to readily accept or whether they are going to readily spend that much money. Because they were talking about, Madam was very interested with the water conservation. You know how things started from flood irrigation to drip irrigation, now micro irrigation, and now people are talking about Israel model and all these things, how each plant, what is the moisture required for each plant and how it should be controlled digitally and how it can be monitored. All these things are there before us. We are talking about pollution and all these things. Now suddenly a mulching paper has come where we cover the thing to retain the moisture. Like this, various things are coming before us, and the farming community is trying to experiment a lot of things themselves. They also come out with innovative solutions for the problems what they're facing. So this is a big challenge what my good friend was saying, that how best we should think about whatever we feel that, okay, this is what I'm trying to innovate, or this is what I'm getting a very good business module which I can sell in a big way. I think that might not be acceptable in the society or with whoever is going to be the customer for that particular product. So this is one area I think the young minds, the students have to probably apply their mind a little more before venturing or trying to buy some business module. So this is one area I would like to again bring it before you. And coming back to the higher education, because I'm very happy that all students who are not yet graduates, who are just going to become graduates, are trying to come out with their innovative and creative mindset here and ideas here. We are trying to do our best to how best we can improve the standards of higher education and how best we can try to give you more of skilling opportunities during your course duration. This is what I keep talking, and I also feel any person who graduates should be ready to be either absorbed or ready to be a job creator. So that sort of a mindset should be created within this course duration. I think Manthan is one way trying to create a sort of a confidence within these students during their course duration. Probably whether they have the facility or not, but still I think with the information what is available on the net, where globally we can try to see what's happening around us. Along with that, as a responsible government, we are trying to bring in some changes now. We are now working out with the Asian Development Bank, and we are working on a newer idea. I don't say that it is not there, but I am trying to focus more on our government colleges. We have a small number of engineering colleges in the government, about 17 engineering colleges in the government, about 6 constituent colleges from the VTU. Apart from that, we have about 107 polytechnics under government and about 45 aided polytechnics and 132 and odd private polytechnics. But what I was thinking was, there was a big gap between our government engineering colleges and the private engineering colleges. So one difference I would like to mention here is, The government medical colleges, we are about 27 government medical colleges in the state. Each district, almost every district has got except for a few. There, when the counseling happens in the CET, first preference in the medical field when you look at, people go in for a government medical college. The reason being, you have a ready government hospital available and the students get to see more patients there. And okay, there are, if not very high standards, at least they can get basic knowledge of and the confidence levels, because medical is like the more patients you see, the more confidence you gain. So that is what you're going to get when you join a government medical college. But the same thing is not applied to our government engineering colleges. People want to go to RV Dental College, people want to go to BMS Dental College, people, Medical Engineering College. I'm sorry, I'm a dental, I'm just a dentist only. They say RV Engineering College, RV BMS Engineering College, and similarly PES, like this 5-6 engineering colleges, and many more are now competing with them to make a mark in the field of engineering. So I was thinking, why not we try to check what is the gap, why people are opting only these colleges, what is the difference, and a lot of issues are there, like placement is there, and what is that they have something which we don't have in our engineering colleges. So that is the skill gap, which is very big. And faculty is, of course, faculty is one major issue what we are facing in the government institutions. So these are the areas I think we should address and see how best we make our government engineering colleges competitive along with the private engineering colleges, and get the best out of our students who come to government colleges only because they can't afford high fee structure in a private institution. So this is the area what we are focusing. And finally we thought that after studying all the infrastructure, skill related infrastructure in all these engineering colleges, we came out with the idea. And we have formed a vision group where they are also working on that, and ADB also is assisting us. We want to establish about 9 centers of excellences where we focus on 60% of common facility. That is, it depends on like whether it is civil engineering or mechanical, whatever the branches are there. We try to see what best skill related infrastructure could be brought in. And again, we want to create some space there. We want to create some another 20% space for OEMs to come. Let the OEMs come and establish, and probably we are planning to map the colleges, polytechnics and engineering colleges around these centers of excellences, so that the students come there, they get exposure to this skilling, and then we are also planning to bring changes in the curriculum, wherein we give them credits also for that, so that they take it seriously. And with the establishment of OEMs, I think they can also spend some extra time there in the evenings, where they come and stay there for 15 days or whatever we are going to structure it. Probably still it's being discussed. So where they can get additional exposure with the OEMs and get some certification during this course period. We are not only limiting them to engineering and polytechnics. We want to expose other humanities and social sciences related things. It's not only going to be machines or anything like that. Whatever is required for their career advancement, whatever knowledge is to be given, because I don't want them to go pass out and then try to get some additional knowledge elsewhere, paying in a finishing school or something like that, or get some other experience outside. So this is where we want to create such facility. And the other 15 or 20% space we want to reserve for startups. So whatever you are trying now, whatever experimentation Manthan is doing, probably if we create a space there, as and when they go, they get exposed to this sort of a workspace and machines or whatever equipment or whatever softwares or technologies, whatever AI related issue exposure, whatever is there, probably they can think of working there, and they can start probably immediately they can start from there itself, or if some startup is working there, they can join hands with them. Probably they can get this culture, how it has to be done, because I was told that how we have to present the whole business module, what are the stages, what are the things, and as Prasad was saying, the chartered accountants play a major role in their financial, whatever it is. So this is what we are looking at. So this is just, we have reached one stage where multiple discussions have happened. Recently we had been to World Skill Center in Varisa, we went to the the central tool room and training center, which is really doing a fabulous job there. We went there and we saw all the facilities there. So we are also looking at, because myself and Skill Development Minister also we were there. So we are also looking at how best we are trying to impress upon our Honorable CM, saying that why not we establish some 4 skill centers across the state. Because this is what I think we can try to create jobs now. We can try to skill them and create jobs. People who have studied 10th standard, people who have failed 10th standard, or people who have not finished their 12th grade, or people who have graduated, or people who have done their diplomas. All these people we can try to create, because when we saw and when we heard from the trainees who were there, who had enrolled there, I think almost everybody was getting jobs. I could see an entire system present there for elevators, for vertical movement. Elevator, lift was really, we could see what is the technology in that and how they have to do all the technical aspects, how they have to learn, and as well as the travelers was there, escalator was there. Everything was like in a transparent mode and how things work. And already the students were placed in various companies. They were already placed, and in probably matter of some people were completing their course. That was a 6 months course. Then just in a few days they were going to join that particular fields. So like this, we are trying to see how best we can try to bring in these changes in our department. And we have already now, Hewlett Packard has developed a Center of Excellence in our SKSJTI institution. This is about gaming and VFX. I think it's a gaming hub is probably it's going to start, because it's already ready now. We are going to inaugurate now. We are just waiting another couple of days. We are going to inaugurate. So like this, we are also taking up, and Toyota has also established Center of Excellence in our various engineering colleges. But still, there is a big gap which we need to cover, which we are also trying, because things cannot happen overnight, because it requires a lot of financials and a lot of other issues, and how things work in the government. So even in spite of that, we are trying to work to how best we can do to improve things. And one more thing I would like to announce here. I would like to make announcement. 19th, we are signing a memorandum of understanding with the Azim Premji Foundation. I think not from this batch, from the previous batches, from this batch of 25-26, the girls students whoever has studied in a government school. I want to know whoever has studied 10th and 11th and 12th in a government college. Anybody in the audience? Anybody from the colleges? 10th and 11th and 12th. Okay, whoever it is, 10th also from government, 11th and 12th from government college. Now all three should be there. So now we are signing a MOU with the Azim Premji Foundation. They are going to give 30,000 rupees scholarship every year. Whether it is ITI for 2 years, whether it is diploma for 3 years, whether it's a degree course for 3 years, or any other engineering or medical, any other arts, science, anything, law, any sort of a professional course, it is going to cover more than 37,000 girl students in the state of Karnataka from this 25-26. We are going to officially sign a MOU, and it's going to be launched from this year, and I think it's a very unique program. I wholeheartedly thank Azim Premji Foundation, because they have started in other states as well, but it is not universal there. There it is only about 10 or 15,000 students, but here, because they are placed in Bangalore, we have requested them. Our government has been successful in requesting them, and we have also said that anything beyond 37,000, government is going to pay. It is going to be universal. It is not that we are going to limit it to only a few students. So this is also trying to encourage the girl students, because for various reasons people don't continue with their higher education, just to encourage them. Apart from that, for the degree courses, we don't collect any tuition fee from the girl students, the government colleges, in the government colleges, not in private institutions. So like this, various initiatives has been taken. After going through and after sitting through the whole session now in the evening, I also felt that let me also think how best government can be part of this Manthan program. So I would I will try my best. I was just asking what is the entire process and what is the expenses, because earlier they tried a twinning program. Twinning program of diploma textile and hospitality. Somehow it was like a 2-year program in India and then 1-year program in the US, but somehow that didn't work out. It was done by the earlier government. Our government, as soon as we came, we are ready to spend 10 crore rupees to send all the students to US for 1 year. But unfortunately, the US college who had promised, they withdrew. And finally, we had to convince the students to continue as a regular diploma program. It was a very sad thing. But recently, we have sent 30 students from 6 universities, public universities, for a 15 days educative program to University of East London. That is from about 30 students and 6 faculty members went there as a scout program. Scholars of outstanding undergraduate talent. It is called a scout program. It was through the British Council. So last year we sent, but somehow this year we couldn't. I am still persuading with the British Council to see that this becomes an annual program wherein we can send. I'm surprised and I'm really happy to say that the day we were seeing them off to the UK, all of them were holding the passport for the first time, traveling on an aircraft for the first time. And we asked some people to say a few words, except for 1 or 2. The rest were not confident to speak, or rather they didn't have the courage to speak. But once they came back after 15 days, it was very difficult for us to stop them. So they were speaking so confidently, the exposure, it really made a difference for them. 15 days of exposure in the UK, it was really made a difference. Similarly, we have signed MOU and already 5 students, girl students, it is meant only for girl students, Karnataka Tuning Scholarship Master Program. That is we have signed for 3 years, wherein Government of Karnataka is going to pay 20 lakhs per student, and the Foreign Commonwealth Development Office is going to pay 20 lakhs. So 1 year they can do post-graduation free of cost in the UK, even here they did not pay a single rupee. Everything is taken care, and 5 students get to do this, and this year 5 students were selected and they have gone to the various universities in the United Kingdom. So this is what we have done, and we are looking at how to increase these numbers, because 5 is very less. It can any graduate or postgraduate can apply, and all these people, 5 students who got shortlisted, they were working. They were working in some companies. They were somewhere in teaching. So these people got selected because there is a selection procedure is there. So they got selected. Similarly, I think I was just telling them, let me move this idea before the government, because I can't do it now. Immediately we are past this year budget. I would probably take more inputs from Balkrishna and then the incoming President Umar Reddy, how this whole thing works and how best the government can support. Probably I was thinking that we can have probably try to have 2 categories. One, try to have students from government institutions and students from private institutions, so that we can try to have more bigger numbers. Probably you can, FKCCI and government can, as a joint program, probably we can have it as a bigger numbers, and probably as people were mentioning, from 40 it was hard to bring down to 11. Probably you can have more number of people and try to encourage more number of students to develop this mindset of business models or a startup or whatever it is. Probably I think we will continue or we will carry forward our discussions, and probably I will somehow try to convince Honorable CM probably to get something. This year it is done, and I would like to know when it is going to start and how early we have to plan for this. So probably depending on that, we will try to push this, and I'll take it forward even to the finance department also to give some support for this, how best we can do. So I think these are the things what I would like to tell. I don't want to take much of your time. So thank you all for giving a patient hearing. Really we are all committed to what best we can do, because I am also being a professional. I was also into teaching for 10 years. So, and I know how difficult it is. So I think we have to make this world means the best place to live to all our young minds who have got a lot of creative and a lot of innovative ideas within themselves. Thank you.